Travolting presents Bobbin for Robin. Hosted by Jeff Sweeney and Stuart Elmore. Covering the Big White. Enjoy the episode.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
To the Unobtainium cast. Covering the films of Giovanni Ribisi.
No. I am shook at how fast you had this pulled up.
Covering The Big White! Not Avatar Fire and Ash. Oh, you had something pulled up too. Oh, you.
This is why we're here. Unobtainium. Because this little gray rock sells for $20 million a kilo. That's the only reason.
And that's the only reason why we're here.
It's funny, like, he's like a genuinely accomplished actor.
Yeah.
He's in the Avatar movies minimally.
Yeah.
And yet it is what we have based this entire persona on this podcast around.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
Did you know he built the camera they used to, not the exact camera, but he helped remake the VistaVision cameras that they used to shoot one battle after another?
No shit. That's really cool.
He's actually like a camera guy.
Wow.
He DP'd a movie last year called Strange Darling. But he's like just really into camera tech and likes tinkering with cameras and helped Paul Thomas Anderson like figure out the tech to shoot that movie.
That's so cool. I didn't know that.
It's like
Smart guy.
I just want to really hype him up because this episode is going to be us just going like unobtainium and morphine, just like doing his weird voices he does.
Did you ever watch a Horizon American Saga Chapter 2? Because I'm really curious of his role in that movie.
There is no Horizon American Saga Chapter 2.
No, there is. They never came out with 3.
No, they never came out with 2. One ends with the reveal of him.
Right, but
2 has only played at the Santa Barbara Film Festival. It is as of yet unreleased publicly. Because the first one made like $1. Got it. And Warner Bros. Said, okay, we're not going to put out the second one. And then like
just put it on Amazon for fucking rental. What's the issue with that?
Kevin Costner like refuses. He wants it in
Kevin
theaters.
Costner hit another lawsuit over unreleased Western sequel Horizon 2.
Lawsuit. So who knows?
Kevin Costner sued over unpaid costume fees for Horizon amid financing troubles. What the fuck? There's a lot of drama with.
There's a lot of drama. Can I say I would like to see Horizon American Saga Chapter 2? I liked Horizon American Saga Chapter 1. However, that being said, ending your movie with the startling reveal of Giovanni Ribisi as the big bad guy and then never making a sequel.
Yeah.
Low-key, great ending. Kind of incredible ending.
He's in Fire and Ash more than Way of Water.
He is in the first Avatar a decent bit.
Yeah, yes.
He is in Way of Water for one shot.
Yeah.
He only appears in the little screen talking about like Quaritch's memories being plugged into the Avatar.
Yeah.
And then he's back in Fire and Ash like for like 4 scenes.
Yeah.
And they're tiny little things, but he's like, Spider, this kid can help us migrate to Pandora.
The mycelium mushroom bit.
This is our first post-Avatar Fire and Ash episode for the listener at home, so we're kind of going to talk about it.
Okay.
At least a little bit.
At least a little bit.
We already are. But no, spoiler alert for Avatar Fire and Ash.
Yeah.
Giovanni Ribisi pops up in it, and his role is like, my favorite is Edie Falco's like, we need to focus on the objective here. And he's like, who are your objectives set by? The big picture guys. So here's a big picture idea. And it's my favorite thing he says in that movie.
And we've talked about him before.
We've talked about him on Basic. A movie where he has the craziest voice ever.
I don't remember what he sounds like on Basic.
Oh,
it's even more
John Travolta,
like,
are you coming? Like he sounds like that.
Interesting. Yeah, Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
So here's understand. He went to school for many years studying computer graphics. And during production of Avatar, he partnered with Stereo D, a company who converts 2D images into stereoscopic 3D images. God damn, this guy's like
He's like actually
kind of
an
smart.
interesting person.
Yeah. Does he have any like awards or anything like that? Like, is he nominated for 1 Emmy? And
it looks like he is.
That was for what was that for?
My Name Is Earl. Never forget he was in My Name Is Earl.
Never saw that show.
I haven't either.
But Giovanni Ribisi is essentially the number 2 of this movie
He's
we're talking
he's
about.
kind of the
Big White.
the co-lead maybe.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's like the number 2 on the call sheet for this. Robin Williams being the number 1.
His name in Horizon and American Saga is H. Silas Pickering.
I love that.
That's a
great name.
His name in Avatar is Parker Selfridge.
Should I watch Horizon Chapter 1?
As long as you are okay with never getting resolution, then yes.
That's true.
Stuart, can I describe to you what Horizon American Saga Chapter 1 is? Because it was rated as a 4-part film series. So Horizon American Saga Chapter 1.
Fully funded by Kevin Costner, basically.
Fully funded. Is essentially 6 different storylines.
Okay.
And it cuts between them.
Okay.
But essentially you're watching like the first act of each storyline. And then by the time the movie actually starts, it cuts to credits. It would be like
that's really funny.
it would be like
sounds like a good time waster movie.
Sounds
like a good movie.
It looks really nice. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It would be like if Fellowship of the Ring ended when they got to Rivendell.
Ooh,
that's like the energy of it. Like if they got to Rivendell,
why does that sound good?
And like they're like, we're going to discuss what happens with the ring, and then it cuts to directed by Peter Jackson. That would be that's the thing that's so like impressive about those Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah,
is that they're changed from the books in certain ways, but they managed to be 3 movies that each feel like their own movie.
Yes,
like you can watch like Two Towers by its own, and it functions as a movie.
Yeah,
you're satisfied by the ending.
Yeah,
and then there's another one.
Yeah.
Horizon is not that. Horizon is just like, you're like, yeah, all right, here we go. And then it just starts doing a Back to the Future Part 2 style ending where like it starts cutting in clips from the next movie.
Right.
And you're like, what's happening here?
Because they shot the first 2 at the same time.
Yes. So it starts playing it plays like a 4-minute sizzle reel of the next movie you're never going to see.
Bring that back.
And while it's intercut with like essentially a printing press, printing advertisements to go to Horizon. And there's like a mysterious figure like grabbing them and putting them away. And you're like, who could this be? What actor could this be? And then the last shot of the movie is like after the scissor reel is the guy picks up the paper and turns towards the camera and it's Giovanni Ribisi with like a handlebar mustache. And then it cuts to directed by Kevin Costner.
Wow.
They should make another one. They should
release the Costner cut.
They should just put it somewhere. I would like to see.
Yeah, like I don't understand why movies that get made like I understand that there's like post-production costs that they don't want to spend on finishing it. That because that's like Batgirl. Batgirl's like they shot it, it's in the can, but they've probably not done any post on it. And it's like it costs a lot of money to like finish a movie in post.
Well, clearly we saw Batgirl.
You're right. That's a bad example. I'm sorry, but like you get what I'm saying, though, right? It's like, but this Horizon Saga sounds like there's not much.
The second one is done.
Sounds like it's done.
It's 100% done.
And why not release it? Like, what I know it costs a little bit to release things, but just fucking put it on
because like
Amazon.
the thing with like Batgirl or Scoob, the Hunt Holiday, whatever the second Scoob was going to be called. Because there were the two movies that Warner Brothers took the tax write-off on were Batgirl and there was a sequel to the Scoob animated movie, but it's called like Scoob Holiday Haunt or something like that, I think. Both of them.
I didn't know that. I just you're telling me now for the first time.
I think Scoob was 100% done, but Batgirl was not, and it was just like they could make more money
by not
on
releasing
the tax write-off than they thought they would at the box office.
So and that's contingent on not releasing it?
Contingent on not releasing it, scrapping it, saying we wasted our money on this, we're going to take it off our taxes.
That's unethical.
I literally have no idea how that makes sense, like in terms of finances. I'm not a finance guy. Like I don't understand how you are able to do something, be like, get rid of it and then take a tax.
It's like that scene in the studio, a show I haven't seen, but I've seen the clip where they're like, you bought my movie just to like cut my movie.
Yeah.
When they like tear down Martin Scorsese's like script idea.
Yeah. In case it wasn't obvious enough, we don't have a tremendous amount to say about the Big White. No, I think we have stuff to say.
We have stuff to say about it, but I can get through it pretty quickly. But first off, The Big White, a movie directed by Mark Mylod, who's a big TV guy.
And you can tell. This movie looks like a 2005 network. Episode of network TV, not cable. Network.
When he makes this, he's making this as he's directing all of the Entourage episodes. He did 23 episodes of Entourage. He's the Entourage guy.
He's the Entourage.
And then
his career is weird, because it's
all like TV movies and TV series.
It's all like network TV.
Yes,
and like poorly reviewed movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly in 2018, he gets Succession. Or he directs 16 episodes of Succession.
Yes.
Becomes successful off of that.
Yeah.
And then makes The Menu.
Mm-hmm.
Which gets good reviews.
Have you seen it?
I've not.
It's good.
I've heard it's quite good.
Menu's good.
It's just
worked with the first AD on it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's a genuinely weird career trajectory where it's you're just kind of making slop for 20 years.
Well, do we think it's really slop? I mean, it's network TV.
It's network TV. I shouldn't say slop.
I was going to say there's a lot of career directors who make their living off of just look, listen, we know a lot of these directors.
But it's
Jeff.
Imagine if one of those guys who we've worked with, just suddenly
did Game of Thrones
and then directs one battle after another or something.
Yeah.
It would just be very, very interesting.
It would be very interesting. I would say his career does. I would say his career changes more so when he starts Game of Thrones 2015, because then he gets more episodes of Shameless, and that carries him into Succession. And then he's directed one episode of Last of Us. Which episode of Last of Us did he direct?
In the second season, he directs. He's the guy doing the Harry Potter show now.
Season 2, episode 2.
Did you know this? He's
he does kind of read up to me like a TV Christopher Columbus.
Yeah.
If I'm like a journeyman TV director.
But I mean,
most network directors are journeyman directors when you think about it.
No, all network TV directors are journeyman directors.
Yeah.
You cannot operate in that system if you're an auteur.
But to go back to the
imagine you're directing Blue Bloods or something. And you
still want to bring up another cop show now.
And it's episode, and it's hour 15 of the day. And NBC's calling, and they're like, "You guys sit there." He's like, "No, I need this shot. This is my attack of the year."
But sad to say that we have worked with directors who do feel like that on network TV.
I'm going to say one other person who's like this, and then we're going to get into the context for this movie specific.
Yeah.
Craig Mazin, basically was this guy is a slop writer for most of his career. He does The Hangovers, The Scary Movies, and Huntsman Winter's War.
Yeah.
Then out of fucking nowhere makes Chernobyl.
One of the best TV miniseries ever made. Have you seen Chernobyl?
I have not seen Chernobyl. Every episode we bring up Chernobyl, you tell me I need to watch Chernobyl, and I know I need to watch Chernobyl.
Fuck.
And then
it's Andor before Andor.
Off of Chernobyl.
Let me say that sentence one more time. It's Andor.
Yeah, it has Stellan Skarsgård, and it's about the failings of a corrupt system. But then out of Chernobyl, everyone's like, well, Craig Mazin's clearly the guy. And he's just he's doing The Last of Us now.
Yeah.
And he's script doctored a lot of successful movies in the last few years.
He left The Last of Us, though.
I believe he did, yes.
Yeah, he left The Last of Us because of creative differences for season 3.
Yes, which is a funny sentence for a thing that's based on a thing that's directly written already. It's it's creative differences over an adaptation.
I don't want to get too much in a tangent, but watching Last of Us and having played all the video games, the show's mid.
I did not like the first season. I stopped watching it.
Season 2, it's worse.
Mm-hmm.
When I say it's not a bad show, it's made competently well.
Yeah.
You got good actors in it, and but it feels like the whole thing's shot on the volume.
Yeah.
Or if it was a shot on location, it's too.
It has a weird look to it.
It's 20 feet of set, and then the rest is green screen.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same thing as a video game, only you're not playing it, you're watching it.
And we will get to the last.
We will get to the big white.
But something I find interesting in regards to video game adaptations, is how you kind of square the circle of video games are so the best narrative games. I should say they're so dependent on you being like
the decision maker.
And like the arbiter, even if it's a like straightforward game where you don't get to make choices.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in the show before.
Yeah, right.
But like The Last of Us, like the ending where it's like the spoiler for The Last of Us video game, where you get to like you're in the Firefly thing and they're gonna kill Ellie, and you just start mowing down the Fireflies to rescue her.
Yeah.
And it's the wrong thing to do. But you as a player are so kind of swept up in the emotion of this that you are making the active choice to do this.
Yes.
You could turn the game off if you didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And that there's like something kind of weird about that. And I've heard that I haven't played the second game, but the second game does a lot more of that, I've been led to believe.
It's the whole game is that.
Yeah. But I
the whole game, second game is the last mission of the first game.
Yeah. Like a friend of the show, Mark Tilly, once told me there's like a part where I kind of creeping through and there's a guy talking about how much he loves his dog and he's walking around with the dog and then you have to kill him and the dog.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to make that choice.
Yeah, yeah.
And then like you turn it into a TV show and you have been removed from the decision making process. You're not just watching a thing happen.
And there's not like that's a right choice or wrong choice type of answer to it, but it's the thing of the game has done so much work to get you as the character of Joel to feel that connection with Ellie, so that even though there isn't really a choice for you to make as a player of mowing down the Fireflies, you feel the emotional weight with Joel as you and the virtual character Joel both have hesitations of doing the thing you're doing. And that's something that you can only have in a video game sense, because then you're watching Pedro Pascal have that journey and
you're removed from his.
You're removed from it, and as much as you can understand it and feel that emotional weight, there is something to the fact of like, and also I think Pedro Pascal was bad casting as Joel. Joel should be a bad guy. Like he should be cast as a guy that if you take one look at him, it's like, that's a dude I don't want to fuck with. Pedro Pascal, you want to take him out for drinks and like you add a little grizzled 5 o'clock shadow and a ripped up like camo jacket, and he's a grizzled badass who did bad things to fight the zombie war. I'm sorry, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, no, he did.
I don't believe it
as much.
So all that to say, one more tangent. It's like I feel the same way about. There's been a lot of conversations about adapting Red Dead Redemption 2. That's been a conversation since the game like first came out, and like I have sort of the same exact feelings on that as I do with like the Red Dead series or the Last of Us series. It's like, how do you put viewers into the seat of Arthur Morgan, making the moral decisions that the game forces you as a player to make, that you just have to watch a character on screen make, and somehow feel that emotional weight for the ending? I leave it as a game. Yeah. There are some games that could work as adaptations.
I have only watched like 4 episodes of the Fallout show, but that's kind of
that I've heard that one's a pretty good.
That's generally how I think you kind of have to approach these, where it's like it's set in the world of the games, but it is a new story that is being crafted. Yeah, because you're just running in it's like a poison chalice if you try and like directly adapt to the story of the game. It just doesn't. It's a different medium. Yeah, like, and it's not like a novel to a film. Where
it's the Doom rule. Yeah. The Doom rule, where you have that scene where it cuts to the first person shooter. Yeah, and it's like when studios think that's what viewers want to see with a video game adaptation, they want you to feel like you're watching a movie that's like the video game. And it's like, no.
I remember when they did that in Bad Boys for Life, and it was sick as hell.
But Bad Boys for Life wasn't based on
Bad Boys for Life is the masterpiece of the 2020.
I need a ginger ale.
I need a ginger ale.
Okay, Big White. So a couple context points here. So Robin Williams, the year is 2005. Robin Williams
is 2005.
Robin Williams, thank you last week for listening to our episode on robots, where we were joined by my partner Angelica, who we had a very pleasant conversation and not disagreeing at all about the quality of the movie. But I'm just going to say it. Robin's in his washed up period. Yeah. Robin's firmly in his washed up period. And of
every other actor in this movie kind of makes sense being in this movie.
It does. Yes.
Except for like Robin Williams and possibly Holly Hunter. But like, and like them being in it makes sense in a loose sense. Yeah. Where they're at in their careers. Uh-huh. But like, this is not the type of movie Robin Williams should be doing.
No, right. And my Letterboxd review, I said this was a great TV crossover between Weekend at Bernie's and Fargo.
Yeah. This is like, this feels like Lucky Numbers.
It does extremely feel like Lucky similar Numbers. Wow, that's a good pull.
Those good are pull. Two like Fargo pastiche, small town crime comedy dramas not directed by the Coen brothers that are like,
Yes.
I can do what they're doing.
Yeah.
And woefully demonstrating they cannot.
I want to be clear though, too. Like, I give this movie 3 out of 5 stars. I think it's like okay.
I gave it 2. I'm a little less hot. I don't think it's like abysmal.
I don't think it's abysmal either. I think the ending really tarnishes it for me.
Yeah.
I almost even think it could have been a 2.5 for me. I just gave it 3 stars because, like, I don't know. I think Robin's doing some interesting things.
I think the whole cast is solid in this movie.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone who's like delivering a, barn burner of a performance, nor do I think there's anyone who's like dragging the whole ship down.
I'm a little interested in what Holly Hunter's trying to do.
Holly Hunter, she's doing a thing. And she's doing it well, but I don't really know what the thing is.
Exactly. Because Holly Hunter, I'll just go straight into like a tiny little plot and we'll go back to context. Holly Hunter is playing a woman who thinks she has Tourette's,
But seemingly doesn't.
But like,
which is typically not a plot point you want to put in your movie if you're not going to like devote time to it.
because it's the thing of like she's in her 30s or 40s.
Yeah.
And Tourette's normally comes up in people between the years of 18 and 25. And so for her to develop it later, there's like a skepticism towards her Tourette's diagnosis. And there's one scene in the movie that does kind of like call that out a little bit. It's by Tim Blake Nelson, who says, "Oh, so you're just trying to get the disability welfare check." And it's like, "No, I'm not crazy. I actually have this disease." And it's like, yeah. Keep talking. I bet you're faking the whole thing. And like, that seems like that's the story that's written in the script of like, you have this woman who almost has this like Munchausen sort of thing that she just needs like psychiatric help. But in the final cut of the movie, that turned into like one scene and then the rest is just set dressing.
Yeah.
And so I'm left thinking like, I don't know what she's doing. She's doing something.
It's the like in the 90s, there's kind of 3 big like small town. And there are more. These are the 3 that are coming to my mind. 3 like big small town quirky crime stories that occur and become huge successes. There's Fargo, there's Twin Peaks, and there's Northern Exposure. And Northern Exposure is not a crime show necessarily, but those 3 things come out.
Northern Exposure, I've never even heard of.
Northern Exposure is a TV show set in Alaska. But these 3 things come out.
I'm just looking at the poster and it's like, yeah.
These things come out. They're all tremendously successful. And they're all so indebted to their creator's vision. Twin Peaks is so David Lynch, and Fargo is extremely specific to the Coen brothers. Mostly because they grew up in Minnesota, and they're making a movie about the place they grew up in, and filling it with kind of quirky characters who they recollect and like kind of are able to spin out of the tapestry of the world they're from.
Yeah.
And then those 3 things become extremely successful. And everyone's like, well, let's just do more of that.
Yeah.
The one that's successful is A Simple Plan, the Sam Raimi movie.
Yeah.
Mostly because he works with the Coen brothers a lot.
Yeah.
And he's also from, an interesting part of the world. And then, like, everybody else is like, we can do that. And that's where Lucky Numbers comes out of.
Yeah.
That's where this comes out of. It's like Nora Ephron thinks she can do it. Mark Mylod thinks he can do it. And none of these people have the verisimilitude to, like, accurately craft something that feels real.
Yeah.
Like, all the characters in Fargo are very heightened. That is, of course, that's the humor of the movie. But they do feel there's a sense of realism, like, in the integrity of the characters.
Yeah.
That's not present in this movie. None of these people feel real. Like, her having Tourette's but not having Tourette's feels like I gotta have a quirky storyline with this character.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like an obligation rather than like they're trying to say something with her character.
Yeah. And it absolutely makes sense that you would bring like a TV director in for a project of this size and scale and this storyline.
I mean, I struggled to find out. He didn't write this movie.
He didn't. Colin, what's his name? Friesen did. And when I look him up, I mean,
according to one insider, it was Colin Friesen's script that drew the talent needed to get production off the ground.
Yeah, this is...
So it was a script, and then Mark Mylod finds it and gets attached to it.
He wrote one episode of The Lone Gunman, wrote a short film called Farm Sluts, and then wrote a TV movie, Plague City, and then wrote this movie. He would later on do The Con Artist and Sorry for Your Loss in 2018. And he did 13 episodes of story editor on Schitt's Creek.
Good for
so
him.
To me, TV writer. Like, again. So we're sticking to that kind of TV-esque trend here. And with Robin Williams, so Robin is very much in his like washed up period. His triple threat triad after Good Will Hunting didn't work. His evil triad didn't work. And at least he doesn't rebrand himself in a way that becomes believable to the studios. I think like I watch 1 Hour Photo and Insomnia, and like I could see like a 5 more years of Robin doing that. But I think the studios and networks just look at Robin as like a single package commodity of like I'm not gonna go to the table of a serial killer movie and the first thought of an actor in the back of my head is Robin Williams.
Nobody's gonna cast like Robin is not gonna get roles like Insomnia or 1 Hour Photo by himself. Like a director needs to come in and kind of want him for that to happen.
Yeah.
And the 2 instances of someone wanting him for that happened.
Right.
And there's not seemingly like someone else, coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
For a few years at least. We'll loop back to him playing sick freaks in a few years.
Yeah. And so Big White, I think this was another case. There's not a lot of context of how Robin picked up this movie per se, but it kind of goes to show. I'm sure the script landed on his agent's desk. The agent was just like, hey, like this is kind of like if you do like a Fargo movie, maybe this can get you in with the Coen brothers for their next project. Like if you do well in this. But Robin takes this. They filmed this movie up in, not in Alaska. They filmed this in Canada. The production was based in Winnipeg, but they filmed in Yukon. And they filmed, bulk of it was filmed in April 2004. Yeah. Couple things in 2004 that we need to talk about. So, because the biggest point of context we're going to talk about in this movie is Robin Williams falls off the wagon. Yeah. He starts drinking again. And I'm going to play a quick clip from the What the Fuck with Mark Maron podcast where he talks about this.
WTF.
There was talk of you.
He'd gone. At that point, I moved back up to Napa. It was like
But you'd been clean then, by then, weren't you? I mean,
I had 20 years sober before I relapsed recently, and it was like, it was that whole thing about my son being born. And it was just like, fuck, I can't do this anymore. It was just...
Well, I remember you did material on that about having the kid and having it be like Coke and...
Yeah, it said you're awake, you haven't slept, you smell like shit and piss.
Well, what the hell do you think happened this time? What brought you out? I mean,
what made me relapse? I was up in Alaska in a place...
enough said.
Yeah. Who's up there? People in witness protection. You can go to the bar and say, nice tooth.
Yeah. It's another planet.
Oh, yeah. Even when I was drinking there, even the bartender went, I thought you were sober. I am.
Yeah. Can you keep a secret?
I started drinking like the tiny little bottle of Jack Daniels, like the little ones you get in an airplane.
Yeah.
And I thought, this is fine.
Yeah, it's a small bottle.
And a week later, I was hiding them. A big bottle of Jack Daniels, and just like,
yeah,
it went quick. And it was just being in Alaska.
What were you doing up there?
This movie called The Big White, and just totally thinking, what am I doing here? This is crazy. And then feeling kind of like isolated, and all of a sudden went, well, there's one cure, and all of a sudden.
So that's Robin Williams talking about.
He sounds really sad in that interview.
This whole podcast, I think they recorded it in 2012. Fact check me on that. I could be wrong, but so like 2 years before he dies, and I think Robin. They talk about like this being the most quiet, like revered interview of Robin because like he at no point does he like really like take the reins and make it a
2010.
bit.
This was April 26th of 2010.
Okay. So this is well after. And so, but there's a couple things that I almost want to like help Robin out in this instance. Cause if you hear the way he describes it, he says Alaska, but I'm sure he mixed that in Insomnia up. This was actually in Canada. Still Yukon though, Northwest.
It's set in Alaska.
It's set in Alaska. But a couple of things that are worthy of note. Robin talks about, how being up in Alaska, you don't know what's going on with your career. You're like, what the fuck am I doing here? And why I'm all up here alone. So something that happens in October 2004 is Christopher Reeves, one of his best friends, passes away.
Yeah.
And that takes a huge toll on Robin. Have you seen the Superman Christopher Reeve story documentary? Highly recommend everybody goes out and watch that. But something that I did not realize about the Christopher Reeve story was towards the end of his life, there was some kind of progress he was making at gaining back some sense of mobility because of the injury. Like he was paralyzed from the neck down, had to have a breathing assistance through a tube, and was completely had no function of his arms or legs. And closer to the end of his life, he was going into more physical therapy, starting to have some sensation in his fingers. There was some sense of regeneration going on, and it was like a pretty hopeful process. But then he passes away, 2004. And Robin says in a couple interviews, towards the end of Christopher Reeve's life, like it felt like he wasn't on borrowed time.
Yeah.
It just seemed like he was going to live for a lot longer that they thought. So it hits him out of nowhere. And then after that, in 2006, this is after The Big White finishes filming, but still kind of relevant. Christopher Reeve's wife, Dana Reeve, passes away, which also takes a huge toll on Robin. And then before Dana, but after Christopher Reeve, 2005, Richard Pryor, his sort of comedy mentor.
And co-star of Superman 3.
And co-star Superman 3, thank you. Also passes away. And so I think like a lot of those events happen after the filming of The Big White, but it kind of goes in the same...
Yeah, they're all in the same context.
They're all in the same context that like Robin's career is kind of going down the toilet. His marriage with Marcia, because he's hiding his alcoholism, is falling apart. And there's he's having a lot of problems at home with his alcoholism. A lot of close friends of his are passing away, and he just sees kind of the end of his career, like down a barrel. So I think like all that to be said, it would be understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously like you never want to say that, but like it is kind of one of those things of like, if you look at all the things that are happening and then hearing the story that he fell off the wagon on the movie called The Big White up in Canada, I'm a little sympathetic to the guy.
No, exactly. Tough time.
Yeah, it's a tough time. So, but yeah, he starts drinking again, and this is the movie that he self-proclaims was the movie that pretty much brought him to do that. Which is like, I was almost thinking like, I've heard this podcast many, many times, like, cause I go back and revisit it, but, a little shade thrown out, like to name the movie you were working on, where you felt not like I was working on a movie in Alaska. I won't say what it was called because I don't want them to like whatever, but like it was a movie I was filming in Alaska or Canada. And it's like, no, he names the movie. And it's like, imagine being the director. Imagine being Mark Malloyd.
Yeah.
And being like, yeah, my movie's what drove Robin Williams to drink again.
Robin Williams.
And so that's the main big bit of context for The Big White as it pertains to Robin, as he starts drinking again. Outside of everything else, I mean, yeah, there's nothing much to work with context-wise. This movie gets made, and pretty big cast. We got Robin, Holly Hunter, Giovanni Ribisi, Tim Blake Nelson, Woody Harrelson. That's all.
Woody Harrelson.
That's all.
The Woody Harrelson of this movie is like,
that's like,
you're just kind of waiting for him to show up from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because it's the most obvious of it's like exactly what is going to happen.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and like doesn't really do that much.
No,
he
doesn't.
just hangs out.
Yeah. We'll talk about him. But should we just get into plot mode?
I think we just get into it.
So Robin Williams plays Paul Barnell.
Yes.
And
he's a travel agent.
He's a travel agent. The beginning of this movie with Holly Hunter, what do you think of that?
Oh,
she's running in the snow and then she collapses.
I would have liked if it was ever expounded upon.
Had a point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was about to at the very end.
Yeah.
They almost did
There's
it.
like a little bit of symmetry with it at the end, but like...
But then it doesn't follow through.
Because the clear implication is like, oh, she's has like dementia or something, and like she runs away from home.
Yeah.
And then, but that's not the case. She's actually fully in control. Besides the fact that she like yells curse words every couple of minutes.
Yeah.
She's actually fully in control of her like facilities throughout this movie.
Yeah.
She's like able to move around by herself. So you're like, okay, I don't quite know why we started the movie with this.
Right. Because you think it's going to be a symmetrical thing tying to the end of the movie. And for a moment, it almost does.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
And
because otherwise, I think the scene is actually kind of like nice. But again, as you said, like you're waiting for the tie-in. Yeah. And then we find Robin Williams going to a life insurance firm.
Yeah.
Where we first meet Giovanni Ribisi. Or no. We cut to Giovanni Ribisi on the street. And he sees a guy loading a snowmobile.
Yes.
And he's like, hey, the guy's struggling to get the snowmobile in the back of his truck. And he's like, hey, do you need any help with that? And he's like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind. So he helps him load the snowmobile in the back of the truck. And then he pulls out a video camera. Giovanni Ribisi does. And he's filming him. It's like, yeah, so how long you been out here? Blah, blah, blah. Or what do you plan on doing? It's like, oh, yeah, I was going to go take this out. And he's like, man, you're pretty limber with that injured back of yours. And he's like, oh, shit. And that's where you realize he's actually an insurance guy who's trying to falsify
insurance fraud investigator.
Thank you. Yes, that's the best way to say it. Insurance fraud investigator.
Which is a classic movie archetype. You love insurance fraud investigator. Because Giovanni Ribisi is what I imagine a real insurance fraud investigator looks like.
Right? Yeah.
Just like a little chubby, a little Italian, very pasty.
Yeah.
He's like advanced white in this movie.
He is.
The big white in this movie.
He is the big white.
Like, in Saving Private Ryan when he gets shot and he's like dying.
Yeah.
And he gets really pale. Yeah. He kind of looks like that the whole movie. It's like,
why is this movie called The Big White?
Unclear. Well, I think Alaska might be called The Big White or like the Tundra or something. That's my guess.
Okay.
They never say it in the movie, but that was my inference.
Yeah.
Or they're just referring to Giovanni Ribisi's complexion. But anyway, he's an insurance fraud investigator. He is very good at his job, and everyone likes him at the office.
And he's gunning for this promotion so he can be transferred to Miami, somewhere warm.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams walks in.
Everyone's trying to get to the tropics in this movie.
Yeah. It's Alaska.
It is Alaska.
And so Robin Williams walks in.
Yeah.
And he sits down with the main guy, with like the guy who's in charge of life insurance policy.
Yes.
Name I'm not even going to say because I don't even remember. And he says, hey, so my brother's been missing for 5 years. And, as much as I would like to think that he's still out there and we can find him, I think it's come time that I like to cash out his life insurance policy. And Giovanni Ribisi, who's in on this meeting, says, actually, so in the state of Alaska, you can't legally declare somebody dead until they've been missing for at least 7 years. And because there's no body, we're unfortunately going to have to wait that long. And it's very clear to us that Robin Williams has like money problems, finances, and all that stuff. Yeah. And so Robin's like, okay. So he goes back home. We find Holly Hunter, who is like the self-diagnosed Tourette's.
Yeah.
She has her tics, and that's that. And she's quirky.
OMG, so quirky.
OMG, so quirky. He's so quirky. Yeah. Just a silly little goose. Holly Hunter.
Holly Hunter was married to Janusz Kaminski from 1995 to 2001.
Damn.
That's crazy.
Nuts.
I just learned this.
And so yeah, Robin's in debt. And there's like medical expenses as they're trying to figure out what's wrong with Holly Hunter, who plays Margaret. And so then Robin's place of work, he works for like a timeshare rental place. Is that what it is? He works for like some vacation rental thing.
Robin? Yeah, he's a travel agent.
Okay.
He like books you a thing that like a real career that used to exist before like the internet really
Expedia.
took over. It's like, is if you wanted to go somewhere and you didn't feel like calling a bunch of people, you would just go to a travel agent and be like, hey, I would like to go to Disney World. And they'd be like, okay. And they would book you the hotel, they'd book you the flight, they'd book you the park tickets, and they kind of give you a little brochure with all of it in it.
Yeah.
And now there's simply no need for that career unless you're like, they still exist for like the wealthy.
Yeah.
Who like don't want to bother with planning their vacations.
Yeah.
Or for someone who genuinely just doesn't have the means to.
There's travel agents right now furiously typing in the comments.
Furiously emailing us. Yeah, no, not that your career is irrelevant.
I mean,
it is just a more niche market now.
Yeah,
I think is the best way to say. But he's a travel agent. And
it's like the one thing I think like AI probably could actually be like pretty helpful for.
No, it's like genuinely one of the few like successful case uses of AI. It's just like, hey, book me a trip to Disney. Like, all right, here it is.
And like find all the cheaper things,
yeah.
and like it can do it for you pretty quickly. But yeah, he's a travel agent, and in the parking lot of his workplace, a car pulls up, and exiting the car is the one and only Tim Blake Nelson and W. Earl Brown, who plays Jimbo. Tim Blake Nelson plays a guy named Gary. And like, how would you describe these guys, Jeff?
I would describe these guys jamoke.
I was gonna say, but just about to say the two jamokes.
Yes. Like jamoke is maybe the word I would use.
That's the classic word you. No, not perhaps.
Mayhaps.
It's exactly the word you use. They're two fucking jamokes who come out of this car. They pop the trunk and they throw a body into the dumpster.
Now, here's where you can really just like. This is kind of when like I start deflating on this movie.
Really?
Because not based on the things that are occurring, but just like it becomes very nakedly obvious when your movie stars Holly Hunter and Tim Blake Nelson.
Yeah.
And there's like two kind of jamoke guys moving a body. And it's like, okay, you're just trying to do Fargo.
Yeah.
You're just the weird thing about like this movie is like this movie I like even subconsciously I was just like, yeah, it's kind of Coen Brothers-y riffing. And I'm like, they only made one movie like this. Like,
right.
Fargo's the only movie they made like this.
Right.
All of their other movies are very different. So it's funny that like we're just like, well, yeah, kind of Coen Brothers. It's like it's based on one of their movies.
Yeah, that's it.
This is nothing similar to The Big Lebowski.
Well, it's funny how like, you know, with Coen Brothers, it's like they're almost like their type directed is like their actors that they use really, and just their delivery of lines.
Yeah.
There's nothing about plot, theme, story, like zone of dialogue, because it's all different.
They have like similar thematics, but like they mess around in different genres a lot.
But like, yeah, try saying like, if somebody who doesn't know anything about the Coen Brothers, show them No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, show them No Country for Old Men and the Hudsucker Proxy.
Yeah, and be like, who do you think directed?
Same person.
It's like, who do you think directed this movie? And it's like, not the guy who made Fargo.
Yeah, it's kind of like obvious to say it, but have you seen either of their in solo directorial efforts? Because it's so fascinating. Because their last movie they did together was The Ballad of Buster Scruggs in 2018, and they split up.
I heard that movie was like meh.
That movie's good.
Oh, okay.
But they split up after that, and then Joel went off and he made The Tragedy of Macbeth, which is a Denzel Washington Macbeth adaptation on Apple.
Okay.
It's very good. And then Ethan went off and he's directing a trilogy of lesbian crime capers. B movies.
Okay.
And it is so funny when you look at those two movies.
Yeah.
And you smash them together and you're like, oh, that really kind of just explains everything.
Yeah.
Their movies are very grand and operatic, but full of like kind of quirky B movie characters.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it actually all makes sense now. Why their movies are like this.
Yeah.
The two of them are balancing out.
Yeah. But so Tim Blake Nelson and Earl Brown, they throw a body into the dumpster.
Yes.
And then
Robin sees it.
Robin is driving up and he's like on the phone with somebody and he is going to throw something in the trash and he loses something in the trash. So he said, you jump into the dumpster. He's going dumpster diving looking for something. His phone. And he jumps in and he sees the body. And this is where the movie just immediately like takes its turn where I'm just like, well, now I don't believe the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't call 911. He doesn't yell for help. He doesn't check the guy's pulse. He doesn't like do anything. He immediately brings the body with him home.
Yes. The one beat I like here is he takes the hat off the body. He like opens the dumpster and he grabs his phone. And then he stops. And then he grabs the hat and puts the hat on because he's that broke. He just like needs a hat.
Yeah.
That's the one beat I like. But then he just like automatically he like figures out the whole plan in his mind at that moment.
Right, in his mind, but we're not cued in as the audience of his thought process.
So he just brings the body home, puts it in the fridge. Normal thing to do.
Chains it up. Yep, normal thing to do. Just to like crunch a leg up. It's kind of funny. Takes all the beers out of the fridge. And then he goes back inside. And Holly Hunter's like, hey, like, what's going on? It's like, my brother, Raymond, right? That's his name?
Yeah, Raymond.
Raymond, which is the brother that's been missing, is back. He's like, oh, no shit. And he's like, yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah, we don't have to look for him anymore. Then he applies for a credit card in Raymond's name.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets a driver's license in his name or something. There's like, he has like...
He finds a bunch of his like old
stuff. Yeah. But I know he applies for the credit card. And then he takes the body.
Correct.
He drives out to middle of nowhere, Alaska, some ice mountain thing.
Throws it off a cliff.
Comes
back the next morning. Body's still there.
Yeah. So what was his plan?
His plan is to get the animals to eat it so it's unrecognizable.
Okay.
The inherent problem movie...
I didn't figure that out until the stakes came
I didn't
out.
figure it out until you put the stakes on it because it's never
Because I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, Buster, but like if your plan is for a hiker to come upon this body with ID...
I know they say show don't tell, but sometimes you do have to tell.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of looks like he's dumping the body and wants someone to find it. And then it's not until he starts getting stakes and puts them on that you're like, oh, he wants an animal
to eat him so he's unrecognizable.
Yeah, but then like... The inherent the biggest logic problem I have with this movie is like DNA testing is very standard. I feel like
I think that's the one part I could easily probably get behind if it's like, well, it's a small town Alaska police department. Are they really going to go through the effort of like DNA testing? Like you're only going to ask for that if like
that's
the
fair.
family really wants that to happen. But my problem, biggest logic is like this guy's been missing for 5 years.
Yeah.
He all of a sudden shows up after 5 years and he
immediately
dies. And you mean to tell me like he's just been up in Alaska these 5 years and we don't know where his movements were. We don't know where he was.
Yeah, like if he was truly missing it, because like Robin says he was in the lower 48, which is not the case. Like, has he just been living off the grid for no reason?
That's the thing, because spoiler alert, like he
comes back.
Well, because Robin Williams is watching a family home tape, and this is the funny part that you and I will both agree, is we see who Raymond is.
Yeah,
he's played by Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, you're like, okay.
Now you don't cast the missing brother Woody Harrelson for just a VHS screen grab.
Well, it's funny because we talked about this last week on Robots.
Yes, we
did. Where
did.
James Earl Jones gets a prominent opening credits billing.
Yes.
And then has one line in the movie saying the force is strong with this one in a single tape.
Yes.
And so on that case, I was a little misled. As I said last week, I was expecting him to come back.
Well, like, I guess in James Earl Jones' case, like, I was a little bit understandable on that one. But, like, Woody Harrelson being on a VHS tape, it's like, okay, well, I can already tell what's going to happen. He's going to say that he died, and then Woody Harrelson's going to come back.
It's like an Alien Covenant when James Franco burns to death in the opening scene. And then, like, he's on the little video screen. You're like, oh, he's got to come back. And he doesn't come back. You're like, oh, good.
You're bringing up the examples of movies where they actually stick to their morals.
No,
but like, I'll give you another example. There's
the Alien Covenant one's like the all-time, like, why was James Franco that guy?
You've seen the first Wonder Woman, right?
I've seen the first Wonder Woman.
So, like, there's a scene where she, like,
has the picture and it's Chris Pine.
No. There's the actor who plays Remus Lupin.
David Thewlis.
Oh,
he's playing.
So he plays like
Sir Bingley or whatever.
He's playing like some British Parliament like knight guy, and he's in one scene in the first act. And right away, I know it's like, okay, you don't cast a prominent actor as like a supporting role unless you're going to bring him back as the real villain in the third act.
Yeah,
which is what happens in all of like DC Marvel.
He's like
movies.
almost like too prominent in the first act as the... I will say I do enjoy that the end of the movie is David Thewlis with the big British mustache being like, I am at ease. He's like, all this metal comes down. He's like, ah!
Yeah. But like, it's such a classic...
Have I ever shown you one of my favorite headlines of all time?
No.
So you know the Zack Snyder Justice League cut thing where they made like his director's cut of it?
Oh, right. The Snyder cut. Yeah.
Snyder cut. Are you aware that David Thewlis is in it? Because in the Snyder cut... in the past, all the old gods got together to defeat Darkseid, I think is the name. The movie kind of stinks. But my favorite headlines in Zack Snyder's...
You're really shuffling some feathers with that
in Zack Snyder's Justice League, his Darkseid gets bodied by yoked David Thewlis, and it destroys the rest of the movie. It's like, the opening scene is a buff David Thewlis just beating the bag. You're like, well, I can't take him seriously now.
Yeah.
Now that that's happened.
No.
David Thewlis also in Avatar: Fire and Ash.
But yes, he is in Fire and Ash as one of the wind people.
He's the wind. He's a Paylock.
Yeah. But so yeah, I know Woody Harrelson's coming back.
Yes.
And he finally, after he throws the body off, he comes back the next day. Nobody found it. And it's also not mauled to death. So he's like, oh, man. So he brings out some steaks. He dresses steaks in meat and cooked bacon. He cooks bacon. Like he thinks the wolves have a differentiation between like raw bacon and cooked bacon.
Yeah.
And he dresses the meat all over this guy's like face and body. Then he leaves. And he also, again, they don't show it. They don't tell it. But we find out that like he put the ID and the credit card on this guy's person. You're right. This movie doesn't do a lot of showing or telling.
Yes.
It just kind of does.
Yeah. It just kind of does things.
Yeah. And so
like the Joker, it just does things.
Finally, he leaves and he gets a call. Hey, we think we found your brother. He comes back to the site and he said, yeah, some skiers or hikers found him and he was like mauled by wolves. And he says, do you want to take a look? And he's like, or no, Robin says, can I please see the body? It's like, I just warn you, the wolves really took a number on him. They open the canvas and his face is like mauled to death. I think Robin's pretty funny in this scene. Yeah. He's like, oh my God, they even took the ears. What kind of animal takes the ears?
But like, here's where I'm just this is where I'm checking out, kind of. Because the movie's tonality is so weird. Like, because during the scene, like, they reveal the body and it looks funny. It's like, it's just a skull with eyeballs.
Yeah.
And it's like, has this very shocked, like, face to it. It's like a very funny image.
Yeah.
And then like while Robin's talking to the lead cop, there's like all the other cops and they're taking a picture with the body.
Yeah, what was that about?
A group photo. It's like supposed to be a funny gag, but the tonality keeps like rapidly shifting.
But I didn't understand the funny gag. It's like the guy's family's right here. Like if you're gonna make a funny joke, like set it up better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just that's the punchline.
Yeah.
Where was the setup?
The punchline is like they're taking a photo with the body for some reason. Like this is where I'm just like, this movie doesn't understand its tone. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
And oh my God, we still have so much left. No, we don't have that much to talk about. Like,
it's only 100 minutes.
Yeah, it's only 100 minutes. A crisp 100 minutes.
Crisp 100.
Should be about 44 minutes and have played at 3 p.m. in the afternoon on ABC.
Yeah. Yes, it should have. And so, but then Robin goes to the insurance company. And meanwhile, the Jamokes, Tim Blake Nelson, W. Earl Brown, they get a call from the guy. And they're like, hey, so we have good news, we have bad news. Good news is we know he's dead. Bad news is he is not in the dumpster because I guess the boss wants body confirmation of this guy. Why?
Okay.
Grab a finger or something. I don't know. Like, just anyway, because they're saying like it was their first time whacking a dude. And so they're like not experienced.
Yeah.
Hitmen, whatever. Okay. But now the boss is like, you have 48 hours to find the body and show me him or whatever. Or you guys are, I don't know, dead.
Remember when Michael Rappaport played this guy in Lucky Numbers and it was actually kind of funny?
Lucky Numbers, there was nothing funny about Lucky Numbers.
Lucky Numbers has some funny. Lucky Numbers has the Bill Pullman plot line that I liked. Remember that?
No.
Where Bill Pullman's the cop who's...
I erased Lucky
Numbers.
In
Lucky Numbers, that Bill Pullman plays the cop who's like trying to get out of doing paperwork. And so he's making no efforts to investigate the crimes. He's just like, yeah, that sounds about right to everything. And then by his laziness, he's actually like uncovering more of the crime inadvertently until he blows the whole thing open at the end by complete accident. It's like actually a funny like progression.
This sounds really funny if I could remember anything about it.
It's the one good part of Lucky Numbers besides Travolta like getting like beat red by the end of it, be like, oh, more money than I originally did.
But
I love Tim Blake Nelson as an actor.
When's he bad?
Never. He's always good.
When's he bad? As the future abomination in Edward Norton Incredible Hulk. When's he bad?
Yeah. When's he bad?
I mean, come on. Doesn't he come back?
He is in Captain America: Brave New World, which came out last year.
Right.
Inexplicably bringing him back. 17 years later, to play the leader again.
Hey, Jeff, this is Jack Nicholson at Green Management going, like, because I know it's bad.
Do you know what
I know
he
it's so
he
cooked.
looks like in that movie?
I know he has a big brain because that's how
so
he's like mega mind ass kind of shit, right?
Okay, so yes, that's what the character looks like in the comic.
What's his comic book like character name?
The Leader.
The Leader.
Okay.
Why is he called the Leader?
So because he leads. I don't know. So
Because he leads. I don't know.
so in Captain America: Brave New World, a movie they shot twice.
They shot it twice.
With ostensibly the same director, but I'm sure there's someone else brought in.
Okay.
Harrison Ford plays the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
And a performance he's weirdly locked into for a movie that does not deserve it.
Yeah.
It's like you're like Harrison Ford and Captain America 4. That is going to be a paycheck role. And you watch the movie, he's actually extremely locked in.
Post plane crash.
Yeah, he's just like very ready for it. But the Leader is like kind of the villain of the movie. He turns Harrison Ford into the Red Hulk, which is a sentence I just said. And they shot the movie once.
Sounds like something my wife does
And
every
the
day.
movie gets like everyone hates it when they watch it. It's like this movie sucks.
I've never seen it, but I've just heard it's so terrible.
They are frantically trying to like salvage the movie. They have to reshoot all of Tim Blake's Nelson scenes. Also, partially, no one could take him seriously as the villain because of what he looked like. I'm gonna show you what he looked like in the original cut.
Oh my god.
This is like a drawing because it's the only image that has escaped of his original look.
Wow.
So that's what he originally looked like.
That's hilarious.
He looks so funny. This is what he ends up looking like in the final cut.
That's like worse.
It's also bad.
It's
he looks
also
like
bad.
a fucking piece of broccoli. He looks like I'm gonna take a big snap at it.
Oh man.
Both are bad.
Because isn't he in the big prison in the ocean or something?
No, he's locked up under some random ass like.
What happened to that floating prison in Civil War that we?
Harrison Ford gets locked up in it in the end. I think.
Really?
I think the Red Hulk gets put into it at the end of the movie, from what I recall.
Justice to Harrison Ford's Red Hulk.
Harrison Ford just hanging out in like prison with like the Vulture, Baron Zemo.
A sentence you are saying right now. Parents.
I would like to see a TV show where it's just like the day-to-day operations of the Raft prison in the middle of the Atlantic fucking ocean, and it's just like. It's just like there's various supervillains sitting around the table, and like Harrison Ford walks over with this little tray, and they like move their tray over. It's like, so he's taken just to go sit in his own. He starts turning red again because he's so angry.
Oh
about
my
it.
god. How does he defeat the Red Hulk?
He with kindness.
Oh right.
I think that's actually what I saw this movie. I cannot remember I think he actually does it. With
You
kindness.
actually saw this movie?
I saw this movie
Why?
because it came out on President's Day weekend, and I had a great fucking President's Day where I watched Air Force One, and then I went to go see this movie.
Yeah. If
I watched
if
the
you
two
have-
Harrison Ford presidents.
If you have a Harrison Ford president double feature, you take it.
You kinda have to do it.
You have to take it.
But anyway, final thing about this is the movie is so far along when they reshoot it, and merchandising takes forever.
Right.
So when Captain America: Brave New World goes out, it's just the digital shelves are lined with Tim Blake Nelson merchandise, not representing what he looks like in the movie whatsoever.
Oh,
this
no.
is a life-size cardboard standee you can purchase
Oh
of Tim
no.
Blake Nelson as the leader.
Oh no.
I have been tempted on multiple occasions just to purchase one and just have it because it's number one, an insane thing to have.
Because
Number
you're a
two,
broken
does
person.
not look like him at all in the
Yeah.
final movie.
Oh my god.
Here's an actual picture of what he looked like.
I don't know. I think that actually is.
I like the original.
I like the original one
the
better.
original one better. It looks good. It looks fine.
So is he?
It
the
looks
leader?
like the leader.
Is he just smart?
He's got big brain.
Yeah.
He's just really
That's
smart.
it, right?
He's just really smart.
He's just really smart.
I think he can maybe do mind control, but I'm not sure. Unclear. It's weird they brought him. It's weird that they made a fourth Captain America movie. And they're like, what if we made all the villains Hulk characters?
Right.
Liv Tyler's in that movie as well.
Why
She
don't
goes
they
back
just
as-
make a Hulk? Well, because Universal owns the rights to a Hulk movie.
Yeah, it's like the
You
weird.
Marvel can't make
They
a
could-
solo Hulk
They could
movie.
very clearly pay off for that. I'm tired of them being like, well, we technically don't own the rights to Hulk. I'm like, just fucking pay them.
Yeah, you
You
did that
have
with
enough
Spider-Man.
money. You
Yeah.
can do it.
I think it's like a long term.
But anyway, all the recent Marvel movies have sucked. Thunderbolt's actually okay, but
Thunderbolt's actually okay.
Captain America 4 very bad. Don't see it. You don't have to.
Fantastic Four. No.
Eh.
What
Like-
else? What else other recent Marvel movies have came out that was
Deadpool and Wolverine.
I thought was fun.
which I'm not going to dispute. I did not like it, but like at least it's a movie. It's like
but it's not a Marvel movie though. That's the thing. It's
a Marvel movie.
No, but I don't put it in the category of like the MCU though.
But
even though
is.
I know it is, Jeff. But like, it's just like Deadpool. They've now killed Professor X like 9 times.
Stuart. Okay. So,
we are going to get back to the big white.
In case you couldn't tell, we do not care about the big white.
Glenn Sweeney, I'm so sorry that we're off topic again.
Sorry. Did you see that Doomsday trailer with the Professor X and Magneto?
They've released like 7 Doomsday trailers.
Yeah, and they've all been weird. But did you watch the X-Men one?
No,
because it's like, so I'm like, what could this possibly be? And it is Professor X and Magneto sitting together. And Professor X is like, what is it like to die? Like, it matters who you are when you close your eyes. And it's like, oh my God, they're going to kill him off a 4th time. They're going to do it. Are you playing it?
Yeah.
Live reaction to Stuart watching the 3rd Avengers
Death comes for us all.
Death comes for us all.
Is that Ian McKellen?
It's Patrick Stewart, I think.
That's all I know for sure.
Oh, no,
That's
Ian
Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
They kind of sound the same in their old age.
The question isn't, are you prepared to die? The question is, who will you be when you close your eyes?
Why does he look like Santa Claus?
Remember
Guys,
when we
guys,
said how many times have we said goodbye to the X-Men?
I don't care about the X.
We've talked about the X-Men multiple times.
I don't care about the wheelchair X anymore.
But you care about the chess piece.
The what?
Oh, never mind. I was trying to.
No. Every time, ever since X-Men 3 came out, and all the movies came after that, they're always like, we're going to tease Professor X in this movie. You know how we're going to do that? We're going to show the wheelchair.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen that fucking wheelchair?
So many goddamn times.
And I am over it.
I
am over it.
What was the episode where I was yelling about the X-Men? This is not the first time we've done this.
But I think you were. It was Deadpool Wolverine because you're
Yeah.
like, how many times are we going to say goodbye to the X-Men?
I'm tired of saying goodbye to these guys.
Let me push back just a hair.
Just give me another. Just cast new people and make an X-Men movie.
Push back just a hair. Because Deadpool Wolverine was like, it was not really a goodbye to the X-Men movie. That was like a goodbye to 20th Century Fox.
Yes,
Marvel.
the whole thing.
The whole thing. Which felt was enough of a difference.
The amount of times we've said goodbye to the X-Men is X-Men 3 is like a wrap up to that trilogy, but it leaves a thing open. So I'm like, okay, I'm content with there being more of these. X-Men Days of Future Past ends with a very definitive goodbye to like the original cast.
And that was the best way they ever done it.
The original cast. Now the young people will take over for the rest of the movies.
And that was a good way to do it. That was probably the best goodbye X-Men ending.
And then X-Men Apocalypse wraps up the young people storyline. And I'm like, okay, well, you've wrapped that one up. And then Logan comes out. I'm like, okay, well, we're back with Professor X and Wolverine, but it's a very definitive, they both
That's a goodbye to
die.
Wolverine. Yeah.
And Professor X. He dies halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
They both die. They get great scenes. They're both very talented actors. I'm like, okay, hands clean. Okay, we're making a Dark Phoenix movie with the young cast. Okay, it ends with another wrap up of Professor X and Magneto playing chess again. All right, we're done with them. Deadpool Wolverine, we're bringing it back. No. And then Deadpool Wolverine ends with a like end credits montage of all of like the behind the scenes clips that is very clearly cutting around showing Bryan Singer. In any of them.
Yes.
The funniest thing they've ever done. And I'm like, okay, we said goodbye to the entire thing. Now we can cast new actors and just make an X-Men movie that doesn't have to deal with being reverential to 25 years of history. And they're like, guess what? We're doing it again. Wouldn't you just like to go see an X-Men movie that's just like, hey, look, it's Professor X, and here is Magneto and Wolverine, and they are on an adventure together.
Yes.
I would like to see that movie.
I would like to see that movie.
That movie has not existed for 10 years at this point because we just have to keep saying goodbye to these people.
Yeah. Because we got a little bit of that with the First Class Generation, but then you're right. After that, it's like,
we just have to keep saying goodbye.
And guys, like
reverential. We have to bring 85-year-old Ian McKellen back, put him in the green screen room, and be reverent to him.
Michael Fassbender was
He's great.
Great as
Yeah, he's really
Magneto. Like, I don't understand. Like,
I just like I'm so checked out of this franchise machine right now
yeah.
that I watched something like that like 10 years ago would have made me very excited, and I'm just like, can it stop?
Marvel really did die with
it stop?
Spider-Man No Way Home.
I think if you just ended it all with Endgame, then I would have been so happy.
Spider-Man No Way Home was good though.
I don't know, it was fine. Spider-Man No Way Home is very entertaining.
It's well.
Have you like watched that movie? Like sat there and like just like watched it.
Yeah. Like when I went to the theater and saw it.
No, it's good, but it's entertaining. That movie, the more you kind of like pay attention to it, is so bizarre in how it's made.
Yeah.
Because it's the most COVID movie you've ever seen. Almost every scene is like a green screen set.
Yeah.
There's no extras. It's just like a deeply bizarre object in comparison to like Far From Home, which is a well-made movie.
Mm-hmm.
No Way Home is like abysmally made, but it's just like and it's extra entertaining. So you kind of like look past it.
Interesting take. I like No Way Home. And
I enjoy it as well, but if you like, it's so clearly a movie almost entirely made in post.
Interesting. You're probably not wrong about that. But my thing is like, we are going to get back to the big white, I promise. Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
Big bombastic, huge hurrah, horns and strings and orchestral, and then done. And it's like, No Way Home feels like a small epilogue episode.
Well,
with its ending of Spider-Man swinging through, it was like, it made, from my millennial 30-year-old heart, it was like, we're back to like where we began, which was like just Spider-Man swinging through the towers.
I actually like Far From Home as an epilogue to Endgame. That's kind of a nice movie about like the absence of Tony Stark, and then it just ends with him being Spider-Man. I think if you make Endgame, Far From Home, and make Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I'm happy, but anyway, I don't want to talk about
Far
Marvel
From
anymore.
Home was after Endgame
Yes.
too, and then No Way Home was after Endgame.
Yeah, Far From Home comes out 2 months after Endgame.
Man, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's because Disney says, all right, after Endgame, we're taking a year-long break to kind of like with the finality of it, and then we're going to restart. And Sony says, actually, we'd like to make a Spider-Man movie come out 2 months later. And Disney says, well, what if we don't do that? And they said, well, we're going to do it. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Marvel.
I don't want to talk about Marvel anymore either.
The point being, Tim Blake Nelson, weird and brave from Brave New World, and he's in The Big White.
Where were we in the plot?
So Robin Williams has successfully like conned the body. Giovanni Ribisi doesn't believe it. He thinks there's something fishy going on.
The two Jamokes have to find the body.
The two Jamokes have to find the body. Giovanni Ribisi's trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. Giovanni Ribisi's partner, his name's Cam.
Played by Alison Lohman.
Oh no, like his partner at
the
job.
You're right.
It's played by Billy Marasti. But his like partner in life is Alison Lohman playing Tiffany, who's a phone psychic. And these are all just like attempts to do Fargo-esque like quirky characters, and none of them are interesting.
None of them are interesting.
Because Giovanni Ribisi's having trouble at home, and he's having trouble at work because his partner is like actually better than him.
But then, so Robin is like, he puts in the claim, and Giovanni Ribisi is immediately like skeptical. He's like, weren't you just in our office? Like
trying to get a claim on this. Now suddenly the guy reappears and he dies.
Yeah. And it's like, here's the thing. Giovanni Ribisi is correct.
Yeah, he's correct.
He's right. Because the police are like, this is easy. We're going to let it slide. Yeah. And it's like, you're not concerned that a mangled up, ripped up body was found here? And like, you're just going to take this guy's like, I mean, yes, he has identification on him, but like, you're not going to do any due diligence. Be like, oh, well, brother's body was found. All right. Do you want to? No. Okay, cool. Let's just bury it. Fine. Cool. Like, police are just very like chill about it. And I'm just like, okay, like, wasn't this guy missing for 5 years? Don't we want to like circle back to that? Like, because later on we find out Woody Harrelson was living in the lower 48, like Florida or whatever.
Yeah.
He has to get a social security card, and he has a social security card. He has credit cards. He buys things. He's doing stuff like this. I get it that it's 2005, but like, it should not have been this hard to like locate his surroundings. Like, am I missing something here? Like,
No, he should have been very easily findable. Like, even if he, doesn't have a credit card or something. Like, people, I guess it's 2004. People are a little harder to find. Anyway, the two Jamokes find out that Robin took the body.
Yeah. Through weird deductive reasoning.
Weird deductive reasoning, like they don't actually ever get the
dumpster's here. His business is here.
And he's having
we
a
must
funeral.
go to that guy's house.
Yeah. And so they go to his house. They find the fridge where the body was. They find like a piece of the body.
Glue. It's
very
like
weird.
flesh glue.
Yeah, it's like flesh glue. And then they kidnap Holly Hunter and they call Robin and they're like, hey, we need the body or we're going to kill your wife. And if you're getting an insurance bad, we want $50,000. Because Robin says it's a $100,000 policy. Even though it's actually $1 million.
Yeah.
And so now Robin's like, oh my God, my wife is... And it's the same thing that happens to Travolta in Lucky Numbers where like just, you know...
He keeps lowballing.
Keeps lowballing, but then he just like keeps getting more and more like parties invested in this.
Yeah.
Until like Robin is... like Giovanni continues to investigate and Giovanni kind of like figures the whole thing out.
Mm-hmm.
But Robin goes to his boss first and is like, this guy assaulted me. Because actually he was beat up by Woody Harrelson, who comes back and is like, you're faking my death to get money. I want half. How much is it? $100,000.
Woody Harrelson comes back. Big surprise.
Woody Harrelson comes back. Didn't see that one coming. And so now Robin owes each of them $50,000, but he's going to make off $900,000. Giovanni is forced to give him the payout by his boss.
Yeah, after he gets like beat up.
Because Giovanni gets beat up by Woody Harrelson.
Oh, that's after though. Whatever.
He gets beat up by Woody Harrelson twice.
Right.
The first time he gets beat up by Woody Harrelson, it's for like investigating, and then
stop investigating.
Yeah, and then Giovanni's boss is like, "Hey, you need to go apologize and then pay him his payment."
Yeah.
So Giovanni shows up to Robin's office, gives him the payout.
Pretty okay.
This seems all right. He realizes that Robin has been lying the entire time because Robin's like, "Oh, this shell, my brother brought it for me from Florida," and then it turns out it's just from the Waikiki standee in the travel agency.
Yeah.
Giovanni figures it all out, and he knows, but he's like kind of defeated.
Yeah.
So he saunters off. So Robin has some people dig up the dead body.
Robin's a millionaire now.
He's a millionaire now. He pays off all of his debts. He grabs the body, and he's going to meet the Jamokes for the handoff. Body for Holly Hunter. Woody Harrelson finds out.
Yeah, we forgot. There's a whole side plot of like the Jamokes keeping Holly Hunter as a hostage.
This is unimportant. It turns out that Tim Blake Nelson's a sensitive guy or something like that.
Yeah.
They all go to meet up. Woody Harrelson finds out that it was actually $1 million policy, not $100,000. He's pissed. He's going to go interrupt. Giovanni finds out that this meeting's happening because Holly Hunter calls
the psychic,
she's
a client,
who is Giovanni's girlfriend, and tells her, "Hey, this is going to happen." So Giovanni and Alison Lohman go, and all the characters meet up. And
guns get drawn.
Woody Harrelson beats up Giovanni. Woody Harrelson shoots Holly Hunter, and then he gets shot by Tim Blake Nelson, who feels bad about it. But Holly Hunter's fine
because she had money.
Yeah, because she had money
stashed on her
body. And it caught the bullet. And Giovanni, Alison Lohman, Robin, and Holly Hunter all sit in a car together, and they hash out their differences. And then everyone gets a happy ending. Giovanni and Alison Lohman repair the relationship that, by the way, was struggling. Plot point. Holly Hunter and Rob Williams go to Hawaii? ?
Yeah.
They go to Waikiki.
Like yeah.
Where is Waikiki?
I don't know.
Waikiki Beach. Yeah, Honolulu. So Waikiki Beach.
Waikiki when you can be cuckoo.
True. So true, Bestie. So they go to Waikiki. They have a nice little... Robin gets away with committing insurance fraud. Unclear what happens to Woody Harrelson. I guess they just put him in the grave that was already dug for him.
He just dies.
Yeah,
that's the big white.
Yeah,
it's like when you went into that whole explanation of it,
it's baffling.
It really dawned on me like how fucking like just dull and dreary. And
it's
just
uninvesting to watch. It is deeply uninvesting to watch.
Yeah, it's not good. I'd start drinking too.
I'd start drinking too after watching this. Yeah. Variety called this snowed under the misjudgment on every level with frigid commercial prospects. Good puns.
Wow, good pun. This movie, how much did it make? Reception, blah, 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 blah. I don't see where it made money.
That's usually a sign that it didn't.
Well, it's like, normally they have like at least like something. Like they have like box office and things
The
like
big
that.
white box office. I'm looking it up.
But it was made for a budget of
Stuart, how much money do you think this movie made?
well, the movie was made for $15 million, which it looks like a $15 million movie, which is with the actors. How much did the movie make, Jeff?
The worldwide gross of this movie, $541,000.
Oh, damn!
This movie, when I say
Big flop.
when I say a movie made like $1 at the box office, that's like an honest to God example of a movie actually making like $1 at the box office.
That is pretty terrible.
That's abysmal.
That is a wet sloppy poop. That's less than the insurance money he gets from
That's like they did not release it in the US
Right.
at a theater. It was like went to a DVD or something at the time.
Yeah, I mean, like, but it was released. It might have only gone out to like a small selection of theaters.
It's probably visible at like one theater.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah, close to one theater near you. So, damn, that's crazy. I mean, yeah, but that's where we're at with Robin's career at this point, is he's doing these like low budget movies that are generally comedies, this one being a black comedy. And I'm glad we covered this because Robots, what we did last week, but then also The Big White, because this is coming after Final Cut in our Christmas episode. But like these two movies, back to back, Robots and The Big White, is going to be like the next, that this is going to be the rest of Robin's career, basically.
There's a few glimmers of hope.
Yeah, like we get a night at the museum, we get a Happy Feet.
Okay. If we're like settling, if we're settling on, yeah, it's a few glimmers of hope. Night at the museum.
We get The Butler.
We get to talk about Old Dogs again, which is exciting.
Yeah, but Old Dogs wasn't good, Jeff.
Old Dogs, maybe do you remember that episode? That was almost like 4 years ago. We spent that whole episode being like, is this movie actually kind of good? No, it's not. Is it? We're going to come out this time and just be like, this movie's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But we have like World's Greatest Dad. That's actually all I have in terms of excitement. The Butler will be fun.
Butler will be fun.
Night at the Museum may be actually the highlight. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
at least we'll be able to be like, oh, Abe Lincoln jokes.
I remember liking
Hey, Teddy Roosevelt.
Owen Wilson as a cowboy. Wow.
But yeah, this is it's just kind of a sad like run to the end here.
Yeah, it is. Like, this is kind of the tone of what the next, like 2005, he dies in 2014. So the next 9 years are going to be pretty much like this. Okay. Oh, say, can you see? I don't have any other final thoughts. This movie was bad, not good. Actually, just talking about it, I'm going to take it down another star.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it down to 2 stars.
The Big White. That's all I got. All right.
Oh, I gave it 2.5 stars.
I gave it 2.
I'm going to take it down to 2. I thought performances were pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought Robin was doing something interesting. But anyway. Well, thank you all for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
This episode
was mostly about X-Men and
Yeah.
like Captain America and whatever else we talked about.
Yep. Thank you all so much for listening to this episode of The Big White. If you like this episode, please remember to rate, review, comment, like, and subscribe, whatever platform you are listening on. As always, we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, wherever you get your podcast. You'll likely find us there.
Mm-hmm.
Special thanks to Michael Van Bodegen-Smith for the theme music, and special thanks to Rebecca for the graphic design. Thank you for listening to The Big White. Join us next week for The Night Listener.
Yeah.
The Night Listener.
Whatever the fuck that is.
I just read the top line of the plot.
Every episode of the show from now on is going to be like, wait, we're covering that next week?
The first sentence of the plot point here is a popular gay New York City radio show host is dealing with separation. All right. We'll see that
Sounds good.
next week. Bye, everybody. See ya.